What's going on, everybody? It's me, Armani. As you guys saw in the last video, we went ahead and installed the cam on the Challenger. This is going to be a video of me just kind of taking it out for a little drive and putting my input on whether I think it's worth it or not for, installing the cam and getting a tune and whatnot. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a cold start. Once it warms up, I'll give you guys a quick little clip of this thing chopping, which in my opinion sounds great. And then we're going to go for a little drive. Alright, so I'm going to get you guys a quick little cold start now. Exhaust setup is just long tube headers, catless mids, and a Corsa Extreme catback with resonators and mufflers. I'm going to go ahead and start it up and let you guys hear what it sounds like. Got this thing pulled out. It's still super cold. I mean, it's like 8 degrees out right now, so it's gonna take a second for it to actually start chopping. But once I get to where we're getting to, I'll show you guys what it's chopping like after it's warmed up. I was gonna run the 360 GoPro, but it's just so cold. The suction cups literally just won't stick to it. As soon as I put one, by the time I'm on the next one, it literally just plops right off. So I'm not gonna risk dropping that on the road. So I'll get you guys some 360 kits later, but let's go ahead and get in the car before we freeze, and I'll give you guys some quick driving clips. Alright, so we went ahead and hit the road. I did wait for the car to warm up. Don't worry about that. So the car's not cold or anything. It is really cold out. It says 34, but I'm pretty sure it's a little bit colder than that. Out right now, 32. I mean, I guess with the wind and everything like that, it's probably a good bit colder, but the roads shouldn't be too packed today, so maybe I can get some pulls in. Maybe if there's a cool car next to us, we can do some runs. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and give like my overall thoughts and opinions on the cam. The cam is a Texas Speed Stage 3 boost cam. The car made really good power for it being a boost cam. The car made around 433 wheel horsepower and 404 or 405 foot-pounds of torque. I'll go ahead and put the dyno sheet up on the screen right now and put the numbers in the description for you guys. The VVT is locked. The car might have lost a little bit of low-end torque, just like off of the butt dyno. Maybe not. I think it might just be me, kind of like a placebo effect. But the car pulls really hard from 1,000 RPM all the way to 6,300, which is where the red line is set at. And the cam was pulling all the way to 6,700, I believe, is what my tuner said. But I told him turn it down to like 6,300 just to keep it on the conservative side of how high the car revs, because the cam is really the only internal thing. I don't want to stress out anything else by revving it super high. So I just kind of decided to play it safe with 6,300 RPM. That extra 200 RPM is not going to make the biggest difference to me, because I'm not out racing the car or anything like that. Well, I mean, I am going to be racing the car. I'm just not going to be doing like crazy roll races for money or anything like that. If I race the car, it's for fun. If I take it to the track, it's for fun. Just to kind of get some data on the car. But other than that, that's why I chose to set it to 6,300 instead of 65. Another thing is, I feel like the car is a little bit harder to drive if you have a manual. I don't know, I might just be kind of overthinking it, because the car was parked for a while I did the cam. It was parked for like 2 weeks before I even got to it and like started to do the cam, because the car needed an oil change pretty bad, and I was just planning on doing it after I did the cam. I didn't want to change the oil, get coolant in the oil, and then do another oil change. So I didn't really want to drive the car too much before I did the cam. So it was sitting for like a week, and then I did the cam, or about 2 weeks actually, maybe a little bit less than that, probably like a week and a half. Then I did the cam, then it sat for almost like another week before the dyno shop had like an opening, because my appointment was for like another week after I got to the cam. So it was like a little over a month ish, like since driving the car, and it's just, I feel like it's a little bit harder to take off stoplights, or maybe that's just like a little bit of a placebo effect, like me thinking the car lost a little bit of low end torque. But I mean, like 0 to 60 numbers and stuff like that kind of speak for themselves, because the car does have a good bit faster 0 to 60. Like before, I would do I would average like a 5.3, 5.4, and like if it was a really good launch on like a pretty good day, I could set like a 4.9. But that'd be like very rare. I only set that like a handful of times. Now, I mean, the car sets 4.9s, 4.8s, pretty much spinning almost all the way to 60. It gets its traction like right before 60 miles an hour. So I mean, it's definitely got more power in that like low to mid range as well, and definitely pulls way harder on top end. It doesn't fall on its face. But other than that, I mean, I have no real complaints with the car. If you guys are like daily driving the car and gas mileage is a big thing to you, the car has dropped about, I want to say on average, like city driving, probably about 5 miles per gallon. But that's also been me having fun with the new tune and new cam and everything like that. So maybe it'll go up once I do some more normal driving, because that's just a lot of pulls and some digs and stuff like that. Maybe it'll go up, because the car was getting about 17-ish, I would want to say. That's about what I remember, was like 17 miles per gallon. With like normal driving, 16 if I was like doing pulls here and there. And the car's at 13 currently, and it just went up. It was at like 12.8 when I left the house. So maybe it can come up to like 14 or 15. Not 100% sure on how high it'll go. Nor do I really care about the gas mileage, but that's just one more thing to, you know, think about before you do it. But other than that, I mean, I have zero complaints with the car. It pulls really hard. I would love to race like a Scat or maybe a 10-speed SS or a 10-speed 5.0, anything along the lines of that. I do plan on taking the car to the track once the season opens back up, which would probably be in about like 2 months or so. Maybe, probably like 3-4 months. And take it to the track, see what it runs. I'm hoping I can run like mid to high 12s, since it is a stick shift car, depending on if the car wants to hook off the line and the way I drive it, pretty much. But I was talking with Modern Red Hemi. He's also got a YouTube channel. I'll link him up above right now if you guys want to go check him out. He has a 5.7 as well. It is a shaker, but I mean, he's boosted, cam, like head studs, like all the 9 yards for a stock bottom end 5.7. He's got an HP 90 swap, and I mean, his car runs some really good numbers for a 5.7. But I was talking with him on Instagram, and he said he was making about the same power on NA before he boosted the car, and he was running like high 11s, low 12s. But then again, he is an automatic car, and this is a stick shift car, so a lot comes down to how the car is being driven on the track to see what times it runs. But hopefully I can stay around that like mid to high 12s, maybe even low 12s if that's possible. I guess it all just depends on the day and again how the car is driven. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some pulls for you guys once the road kind of clears up here. There's a lot more people than I thought there would be. But once I get to like a road that's not super congested, or if anything cool comes up next to us, I'll throw the GoPro on and see if they want to run, or even just record some pulls for you guys. Alright guys, so I'm gonna get you guys a little pull here. Not gonna go to anything too crazy. That was just like a little quick, I don't know, probably like 20 to 70 pull. 6, I could be wrong, but I don't know. We're gonna do a little bit of a dig. I believe this guy's gonna go too, so let's see. Unless he did. I think he did. I'm not 100% sure. But I feel like the car took off pretty good. Yeah, 4.9. We were for sure spinning like a lot. And got up to speed pretty quick. And remember guys, Alright guys, we're going to do a little bit of a dig. Well, we're probably going to spin a good bit, but let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, we were definitely spinning a lot. Let's see what that was. That was probably pretty bad. Yeah, 5.5. Yep. So 2,500. Okay, I guess we're not doing launch control. Did a 4.8 that time, so a lot better. But it could definitely be dropped way below that. Alright guys, basically almost home, not too far from it. Probably not going to run into anything cool. Drive was pretty much just full of traffic, so I didn't get as many pulls as I wanted, but I have some other clips that I can use. The camera angle was a little off in the other clips, so I thought I'd make it, like, kind of remake the video. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. We got a lot more content coming. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future with this car, any particular like videos about the cam, or any topics like about any install. Make sure you guys commented down below. But with all that being said, make sure you guys go check me out on TikTok and Instagram. It's the same as my YouTube. It's just Armani_RT. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that being said, this is gonna go ahead and wrap the videos up. So make sure you guys check out other videos on the channel, and make sure you guys stay tuned, because I am going to be trying to pump out more content after this video, not only with the cam, but with the Charger, with this Challenger, with my brother's M340. I'm going to be trying to get as much stuff as I can in on that, so make sure you guys stay tuned.